Hello everybody, Ace here, giving it to you straight with day 52 of the Video Log Challenge, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Being Human framework and what it really is all about. And so, talking about being human yesterday, I haven't actually got on video to talk about it. It was a 37-minute long spiel. I really enjoyed it. It just touched the surface. And so today I wanted to follow up with another video on what it really is all about and what is the Being Human framework. And the way I looked at this was people create these programs all the time in these courses and all these things to give people a roadmap or a plug and play system to help them achieve whatever it is they're meant to achieve. But unfortunately, this being human path is so subjective, right? It's so ours, and it's so unique to our experiences and to our life and to our Akashic records and to everything that we are, that there could never possibly be a roadmap to becoming the best human you can be. And that's why I decided to call it a framework, because with a framework, it's really just a set of concepts, words and concepts that people can apply to themselves on their path at any point and kind of see where they're at and kind of get a better idea of what it is that's really happening in their lives. Because for most part, we've been rendered unconscious for a really long time, and especially those who haven't awoken yet to the lies and the manipulation and to even potentially the lies manipulation of themselves. They may not know what they don't know, and that's perfectly okay. We all are where we are. But what I've also realized is that there's really no one out there kind of breaking this stuff down and really helping us grasp it Barney style, like I said in the Marine Corps, down to like a toddler level, to where then you can embody that foundational knowledge and wisdom and be able to roll forth in your life, applying it to deeper and bigger lessons as you go forward. And so the framework is really, it's 4 phases, and the first phase is self-awareness. Now, the reason self-awareness is the first phase is because I truly believe that if you aren't aware of yourself, of others, of situations, and of everything that's actually happening around you, then you can't possibly move forward in the path, on the path of being human, to address the traumas of your past, to rewrite the programs in your mind, to establish new life systems. Because if you're not aware of the fact that you're the greatest common factor to why you are where you are, good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to have a really hard time taking ownership and responsibility of yourself and your path forward to then actually make the changes necessary to evolve. Second phase is self-acceptance. Now, these phases float. You're gonna go. You're gonna be in. I'm in all 4 phases at all time. That's why they're phases. It's a framework. You float in them. You flow out of them. You go through big lessons. You go to smaller lessons. It's, again, nothing's stagnant in the universe. It's harmonious. And so self-acceptance being the second phase is very important. We can't move forward to take care of ourselves if we don't first become aware of ourselves being the greatest common factor to all of the goodness and misery in our lives, and also accept the fact that that's the truth. It's one thing hearing something, it's one thing in knowing something, right? We know everything. That's why we are where we are. We know everything. I know that, I know this. But do you understand it? I didn't understand it. I knew everything my whole life. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why. Is because I didn't embody the information. And until I accepted that I didn't understand, I may have known, but I didn't understand. I didn't grasp concepts. I didn't grasp the main reasons for the way the world is the way it is. And so I allowed myself to be lulled into oblivion, right? Lulled into oblivion as I continue to walk the path of being human and forgetting who I am, what I am, and why I was here. And so I had to become aware of myself first, and then I had to accept myself for everything good, bad, and indifferent, and accept the fact I needed to make changes in my life, and accept the fact that I may be the biggest reason for all the problems in my life. I wasn't going to be able to move on to this next phase, which is learning how to care for myself. The third phase is self-care. And what is self-care? I've talked about it in a few videos, but all self-care is doing what you need for yourself more often than doing what you want for yourself, because what we need for ourselves is often for our benefit, and what we want for ourselves is often at the expense. So when we have matrix fun, I call it fun in the matrix, drinking, going and spending large amounts of money on vacations, doing all these things to distract and cope, whether they're good or bad, those end up costing us something. But in reality, when we do the things we need to do for ourselves, that actually gives us something. So if we do more of the things we need to do for ourselves repeatedly over and over again, when we choose to do the fun stuff, when we choose to do the stuff that costs us something in exchange, we don't beat ourselves up, we don't go in a hole, we don't create a problem for ourselves. A bigger problem, because we were living in the moment, we were YOLOing, but in reality, we were distracting and coping and not listening to our higher self, not listening to our higher intuition, and not doing what we needed to do for our best interest to move forward on our path in the most efficient and effective way possible. So learning to self-care is learning how to care for yourself, learning how to eat right, learning how to sleep right, learning how to do spiritual meditative practices, doing those things to keep the temple clear and all that. Get your hair, nails done, get your hair did. That's all self-care. It really is. But it's not the end-all, be-all, and there's much deeper layers to that. And the key to self-care is listening to ourselves. Stop, breathe, ask, listen, trust. Self-love, right? I do not believe that it is possible to love ourselves if we do not care for ourselves, if we do not accept ourselves, and if we are not aware of ourselves. If we are not aware of the fact that we are mad at ourselves, if we are not aware of the fact that our egos are not seen, heard, or acknowledged, then we're going to have an issue addressing those traumas and that repressed emotion that's keeping us from choosing the same decisions and making the same choices that's keeping us stuck spinning our wheels in our misery in reality, or even in a place that we just don't want to be anymore. And so learning how to love ourselves requires care, acceptance, and awareness. But also what love takes above all is surrender. You have to surrender to what it is you need to do in every moment. Even if it's not what you want to do, even if it's what you think you don't need to do, even if it's what you think you want to do. I mean, you really have to surrender yourself to something bigger than you, because we are love. So what is self-love? Is to be your most natural state, which your most natural state is divine. It's God. It's the frequency of love. And in order to embody the frequency of love, which to me, embodying that frequency of love is that resonance we talk about to then attract and manifest the world that we want, the existence that we want, the relationships that we want. This is just an extension. The Being Human framework is an extension of the Holy Trinity. This is a way of being able to create more frequency in your body, be able to push out higher vibrations, and be able to hold higher states of resonance for longer periods of time, because you're embodying self-love through care, acceptance, and awareness. And in order to maintain the living kingdom, the next phase, which I just discovered this week, is self-trust. And I don't believe you can trust yourself until you love yourself. Just like I don't believe that you will see the miracles happen in real form and on earth in real time until you have blind faith. So that's the whole thing, is you got to love before you have trust. And that's why people don't understand, oh, I love you, but I don't trust you. You don't love them then. You don't love her then. You don't love yourself then. You cannot trust without love, because trust is complete surrender. It's complete acceptance. That's all love is. It's bliss, because it's as natural as it can be. It's the most natural state in the universe. Everything is love. And so when you are everything, right, when you're embodying the frequency, resonance, and vibration of everything, that means you can attract everything. That means you can be everything. And that means you don't really have anything to worry about anymore. And that's what this Being Human framework's all about, is helping you get through the trauma of your human life, get through the trauma of your human life, of your past, to create the oasis in your soul, to find the oasis in your soul, to unlock the oasis in your soul, which is the living kingdom, which is just being blissed out in a state of love all the time, because you are now the frequency of the universe, and you are the all spark, the all being, and the all this. But guess what? That's work too. And you can easily come right back down. And that's what we've been feeling this last year, especially those who are very sensitive and who have become very spiritually heightened and who are moving in to be the leaders and the healers in the new earth. What you've been experiencing is going from 3D to 4D to 5D to 4D to 3D to 3D to 5D. And now we're from 40 to 5D to 60 to 60 to 5. And so it's exhausting and it's challenging. And the more we take care of these temples, the more we clear them of not only the emotional toxicity from the trauma in our past, but also from all of the toxins and from all of the chemtrails and from all of that vaccine stuff and all of the, the more you clear this temple, the more you put in electric foods like fruits and vegetables. You hydrate yourself, make sure your sodium content's on point, hydrate your cells. Once you really start taking care of this, the path of being human but it's still challenging every single day. I've been challenged so much this week. I've had to stand in my line. I've had to check people. I've had to speak my truth. I've had to skirt people. And that's really hard for me. I love people. I want to help everyone. But I'm realizing that certain people take me out of my living kingdom. And now I have to then say, I love you, I respect you, but I have to let you go. When you're in a place, I've told you everything I can tell you. I've given you as much advice as I can give you. I got these videos, I got these things, I got these, there's YouTube. The path is on you now. I'm a shepherd. I'm a way shower. I can't do this for you. I can barely do this for myself. And the only way this is going to work is if you surrender to something bigger than you, which is you, so that then you only have to worry about the now, these thoughts, these words, these actions, taking self-responsibility, staying accountable to other people and what you say you're going to do, and creating more harmony and balance. And every time someone or something comes in that's not on your vibratory level that you want to be on, even if you're not there yet, then you got to respect yourself. You got to do the right work at the right time. You got to become aware. You got to accept that they're not good for you. You got to care for yourself enough to tell them that, and then you got to love yourself enough to let them go. So the Being Human framework, the reason it's a framework is because it can be applied to any situation in our lives, any circumstance in our lives, and it can also be used to establish a path forward as you're going through the dark winter of your soul, or this ascension, or the awakening, or whatever it is going to be. And so I'm very excited I got to tell you guys this about today. I'm so excited for the book to come out. I know I'm going to finish it here in the next couple months. My dream has been to eventually go to the mountains somewhere for a week or two in a cabin and just write. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep, sounds like it. Resonance, frequency, vibration, right? So if you liked what you've seen and heard today, hit that like button. If you want to join the Army of Energy, hit that subscribe button. If you want to talk to me offline, you can hit me up on Gmail at damahwolf@gmail.com. I'm on day 42 or 3 of Dirt and Hemisync, and it's getting challenging actually. These next level, we're trying to astral project now with Hemisync, and the Dirt it's just cleaning me out, and I feel great. So I really hope that you get a little bit further on your path today. I hope you gain a little bit more clarity on your journey. I hope you can bring a little bit more love into your heart so that you can see that through awareness, acceptance, care, and love breeds trust, creates the living kingdom, and from there you get to just be human and be blissed out all the time. Because the only thing that's ascending is you. The only thing that's evolving is these higher fractals of God that we are. And everything is perfect, and so are you. And I'm super proud of you. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, an even better evening, and I will see you at the same time tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.